In today's class, we will study about series feedback amplifier. This is the ideal structure of the series feedback amplifier. The series feedback topology stabilizes the output current to the ratio of the source voltage, that is output current to the input voltage, right? And hence it is also called as series feedback amplifier, and therefore it is best suited for transconductance amplifier. Okay, this is best suited for transconductance amplifier. It consists of the ideal circuit of series feedback amplifier consists of a unilateral open loop amplifier, that is also known as A circuit or amplifier basic amplifier circuit, and an ideal feedback network. An ideal feedback network, it is also known as beta circuit. Now, for series feedback amplifier, the basic amplifier circuit mainly consists of an input resistance Ri. Okay, it mainly consists of an input resistance Ri and a short circuit conductance A, a short circuit transconductance A, that is equal to the ratio of output current to the input voltage. Okay, it is the ratio of output current to the input voltage, and an output resistance R0. This beta circuit, this is called as beta circuit, this part, and the beta circuit samples the short circuit output current I0. Okay, this will beta circuit samples the short circuit current I0 and provides a feedback voltage Vf, and provides a feedback voltage Vf, and that is subtracted from Vs in the series input loop. Okay, and here note that this beta circuit presents zero resistance to the output loop, and thus it does not load the amplifier. Okay, and also the closed loop gain AF of this figure is given by the gain is nothing but output by input. Here our output is in terms of current, that's why I0 by Vs. Okay, the closed loop gain of AF of this ideal structure is I0 by Vs, and just observe that this is nothing but a ideal feedback amplifier circuit, and hence we can write it as A divided by 1 plus A into A divided by 1 plus A beta. Okay. Now, the feedback transconductance amplifier can be represented by the equivalent circuit. Okay. The feedback transconductance can be represented by the equivalent circuit which has been shown here. Okay, this is the equivalent circuit of the transconductance amplifier. Okay, and now here AF is the short circuit transconductance because of the series mixing and the input resistance with the feedback RIF, series mixing with the RIF, that will make the larger than the input resistance of the A circuit of our amplifier circuit Ri. Therefore, the feedback by a factor equal to the amount of feedback. Therefore, we can write the input feedback resistance as equal to input resistance input resistance into 1 plus A times beta. Call this as equal to 2. Okay, because this is because of the series mixing, the input resistance with feedback RIF will be larger than the input resistance of the A circuit RI by a factor equal to the amount of feedback. Okay, and hence we can write the equation of the input feedback resistance Ri is equal to Ri F is equal to Ri into 1 plus A into beta. And since this RIF do not depend upon the method of sampling, thus it is applies well to the series amplifier. So we can derive in the same manner what we have derived for the previous videos. Right now, next aim is from this ideal circuit, we should need to calculate the output resistance ROF, that is of the series feedback amplifier. ROF is nothing but this output feedback resistance of the amplifier. And in order to find this output feedback resistance, we reduce the source voltage to 0. Okay, we reduce the source voltage to 0 and break the output circuit to apply a test current, say IT or IX, as shown in this figure. Okay, as shown in this figure. Break the test current like this. Okay. Now, from this figure, we can have the output feedback resistance is nothing but V by the test current. Okay, it is V by the test current. Right. Ex by 8. In this case, what is the input voltage? Input voltage is nothing but the input voltage by applying the KVL, it is nothing but minus Vf. Okay, what is the feedback voltage? That is beta into I naught. Therefore, input voltage, apply the KVL to this loop input side, and by making Vx is equal to 0, what is going to happen? Vi is equal to minus Vf, that is feedback voltage is nothing but beta into I naught. Okay. Therefore, Vi is equal to minus V into F, that is feedback voltage. Feedback voltage is nothing but minus beta into I naught. Instead of I naught, say the test current. Therefore, circuit can be obtained as V is equal to the voltage across these things is nothing but the test current minus A into Vi of R0. So we know that already from the figure, V is equal to IT minus A into Vi into R0. Apply the voltage. The corresponding voltage can be found. And now, what is Vi? Vi is nothing but minus beta into IT, and substitute that value. Minus of minus will become plus IT plus A into beta into IT into R0. Therefore, the feedback resistance of output feedback resistance is equal to 1 plus IT is V by IT, that is V by IT. IT is going to get cancelled. What remains? 1 plus A into beta into R0. So, in this way, we can calculate the RIF, that is input feedback resistance with feedback, and ROF, output feedback resistance with feedback. Okay. And Next one is another case, that is the shunt feedback amplifier. In shunt feedback amplifier, both the output is in terms of voltage and input is in terms of current. This is the ideal structure for the shunt feedback amplifier. Okay, this is the ideal structure for the shunt feedback amplifier. And once again, the circuit is divided into two parts. One is the amplifier circuit, A circuit, and another one is beta circuit. The connections are made like this in order to find the input feedback resistance from this point and output feedback resistance from this point. Okay, and this figure shows shunt feedback amplifier. Here, once again, the A circuit has an input resistance, say Ri, and a trans resistance A, okay, a trans resistance A, and an output resistance R0. A trans resistance A and output resistance R0. The beta circuit is voltage controlled current source, and beta is the trans conductance, and the closed loop AF is defined by, that is, gain is output voltage by the output by input. Here the output is in terms of voltage, that is V0, and input is in terms of current. Therefore, the closed loop voltage gain is V0 by Is. And since this follows the ideal structure, once again we can write it as the feedback gain as A divided by 1 plus A into beta. All this as equation number 2. The input resistance with the feedback circuit is given by Ri divided by 1 plus A into beta. Call this as equation number 3. Note that because of the shunt connection at the input results in a reduced input resistance. Okay, because of the shunt connection at the input, what is going to happen from the basic concept? So, a reduced input resistance is going to be occur at the input feedback, okay, feedback resistance. Also note that here the feedback input resistance is the resistance seen by the source Is. Okay, this resistance is seen by the source Is. Okay, this resistance is seen by the source Is. It includes only source resistance. The output resistance with the feedback circuit is nothing but it is R0 divided by 1 plus A into beta. Call this as equation number 4. Because of, once again, the shunt connection at the output will also reduce the output resistance, and hence the output resistance with the feedback is R0 divided by 1 plus A into beta. This is with the help of the basic concepts, we can find the input resistance with feedback and also output resistance with feedback. Now, the last configuration, that is shunt series configuration. In this shunt series configuration, the output is current and input is also current. This is the ideal structure of the shunt series feedback configuration. Now, the ideal structure of the shunt series feedback amplifier is a nothing but current amplifier. Okay, this is nothing but a current amplifier, and this gain with feedback is defined by how output by input, output current by input current, and hence the gain with feedback is how much? I0 by Is. Once again, it follows the basic topology, and hence the feedback gain is A divided by 1 plus A into beta. Call this as equation number 1. The input resistance with feedback is the resistance seen by the current Is. Okay, this is the input resistance is the current seen by this source current, that is Is, and hence it is given by Rif is equal to Ri divided by 1 plus A into beta. Call this as equation number 2. Okay. Now, the shunt connection at the input reduces the input resistance. Okay, because of the shunt connection at the input, because of this shunt connection, because it has been connected in terms of parallel shunt connection, it is going to happen, reduces the input resistance, but the output resistance, that is ROF, is the resistance obtained by setting the Is is equal to 0. Is is equal to 0. Breaking the short circuit, output loop O dash, say output loop from this O dash, we can say the feedback resistance, output feedback resistance will be R0 into 1 plus A beta. Okay, what it shows, the increase in the output resistance is due to the current series sampling. That is, increase in the output resistance is due to the current sampling. Okay, this is about the shunt series configuration of R in order to find the RIF and ROF. Thank you.